Hello friends, this is Michael Canadas with the Grovian Doll Museum in Pacific Grove, California. So, the name of this convention is The Art of the Doll and all of its creation. Of course, we at the Grovian love art dolls. We have quite a few in our collection, but today I want to share with you the ultimate art doll. I personally, and David does also, love a doll with a backstory. And if the backstory can be helping humanity, help making the world a better place, if we can use dolls for that, that is just a wonderful thing. And of course, if they have that in their history, that's even better. Most of the dolls in this collection, they have to share shelves, they have to share space. There's a couple of dolls that are singular. They might have a little friend with them, but they're alone for a reason, such as Miss Rose Percy. She doesn't share a space with another doll. And the other doll that does not share space, except with their little four-legged friend, is our kitchen doll. Long before the Grovian Doll Museum was around, we had a kitchen doll that was in our kitchen, and it always gave us such delight to watch our guests kind of do this when they saw it. She was in our kitchen. Today, David is at home, working hard to make some delectable goodies for the tea tomorrow. So I'm going to share with you our kitchen doll. And she lives in the space that is the kitchen here at the Grovian Doll Museum. She is an Albert Marque, which was created, is the brainstorm of a couturier named Marque. And during World War I, while the conflict was happening and after the conflict, there was a tremendous amount of war widows that had no way to support themselves. Most of these ladies were housewives that took care of the family and the children. Their husbands went off to war and they did not come back. So France had a tremendous amount of impoverished war widows. So Marque decided to do a line of dolls that would be dressed by these war widows. They could most likely do it at home, and she would use the scraps of the material left over from her business to dress the dolls. Most of the dolls are dressed as historical characters, the queens of France, matadors and ballet dancers, and Marie Antoinette and Madame Pompadour, all kinds of outlandish, wild things. Now, the reason I call this the ultimate art doll is there is no other doll like it. Every component in this doll is unique. For instance, if you have a German character doll, it could have a very unique head on an ordinary body, a body that would have been used for 20 different kinds of dolls. Every single component of this doll is unique. Upper arms, lower arms, thighs, calves, every piece is unique. Albert Marque, who is a well-known sculptor, created the head. We believe it was a limited production of less than 100 pieces, but that may not be true because they're not all marked. We've been very fortunate in our career, David and me, to have, I think, 6 in our career. So we've had quite a few different numbers. This one in our collection has no number on it. And by the way, the number, just so for those of you that don't know, whoever painted the lips and did the little eye dots, they're the person that numbered them, because the China paint, it's numbered in China paint. It's not in the bisque. One thing that's very interesting about this art doll, and probably why they made very few, is in order to get it to look the way it does with the protruding nose and the chin and the cheeks, it's made in a 5-piece mold. So that's a front piece, 2 sides, and a back. So that's a lot of moving parts to put together. And of course, by the end of the war, World War I, tastes had changed, things had changed. So this type of doll would have gone in and out of fashion as quickly as it came into. But it is the ultimate art doll, in my opinion. They stand about 22 inches tall, and if you notice that she leans, she does a little lean, guess what? They all lean. It's in the creation of the body. There is one upper leg is a little shorter than the other, so you always have to adjust them so that you get them so they just stand perfectly. Now, who actually manufactured the dolls? There is a lot of debate about that, and I don't think we will ever know until we have some concrete documentation of who actually manufactured the dolls for Marque Lacroix. At this point, it's all just guesswork. Now, as I said, that she is in a cabinet by herself, but she always has with her Mr. Pig. And Mr. Pig is one of the most requested pieces that we have. It's a 19th century terracotta pig with glass eyes, and he was created for a butcher shop to use as a display. And if you notice these little tags on him, or these little scars, those are from tags from the butcher shop. And he's been with us for a long, long, long time. I've had people offer me every amount of money that you can imagine, and I will not let him go. I had one lady offer us $10,000 for him, and I said, no, that sounds really nice, but I'm not going to take it because I'll never see another one. And interesting, I never have. So she spends her time in the kitchen cooking. She is in a folk costume, but really the reality of this doll, it is in the modern age, modernity. So she has other clothes. She has a very modern 1914 child's dress. So it tells me that she was a play doll. She was a doll that was for play. Many of them were marketed to people as an art doll, a decorative feature in your home. But when I think of the very concept of an art doll, I think of something like this. I know that there are those out in the world that will think that an art doll is an original, one of a kind. But the reality is, it is a one of a kind. There are others like her, but there's none just like her. And you can feel when you're handling this doll just an amazing energy that it has. And you know, it does give both Dave and I a chuckle when people that have been here for the first time turn around the corner and see her, because they're not usually prepared to see her. So I am going to sign off, and the next time you see me today will be at our George Stewart program. And I hope you all tune into that, because that's a very special feature of this virtual convention. So I'm going to say goodbye. Bye-bye.